In fact, I remember I was allowed to watch. I'm an '80s kid, right?
Yeah.
So this would have been '90s when I was watching The Simpsons, and I think it was allowed in the house at first because it's cartoon. So my parents just assumed it was okay because it's a cartoon. I mean, at some point we made the leap from Looney Tunes to The Simpsons,
Right. Yeah.
and I think it kind of caught a lot of parents
Off guard.
of my generation off guard, you know? And I distinctly remember her as a kid, once she realized the theme of the show and how it was basically just about bashing Homer, the father, the man, the leader of the house, and calling him out as a idiot, making fun of him. She was like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Don't, you're done watching this. And, that's not who you're called to be, and it makes me think how many kids didn't get that.
Right.
And they just thought it was funny, and that was the role model they had, was Homer Simpson. Like, my goodness,
Yeah, no, there were several cartoons. My parents did that to us because I was a 90s kid.
Yeah.
And so not too far behind you, but like a lot of the cartoons were changing then. Like I grew up on Looney Tunes because it was safe and it's still hysterical to this day. Like I love that humor, but like as these new cartoons come out, we get into them, but then parents would come along and be like, no, and here's why. Because they're making the dad look hopeless and helpless, and they're making the kids look smarter than the parents. And, all that starts just was growing as the norm in our culture and even if they weren't trying to make it satire, it was this subtle, I don't think it was on purpose or some conspiracy, but it's just the subtleness of the culture shifting of thinking adults, and specifically the man, he just doesn't get it. And so the kids are going to be the smart ones in these TV shows, and the dad's going to be an idiot who just can't get anything right. And so I think that's led to the current culture crisis